Hi, my name is Chitra. I'm from Radix Life Spaces. Like most of you here, I'm also from the IT industry, and after a long stint, decided to become an entrepreneur. One of the businesses which I invested was a coffee plantation. In the plantation, during harvesting, we are left with tons of fruit pulp every year, but most of the planters will just dump it wherever they find the space. We wanted to find some productive use for this waste, and then we did a lot of research and finally zeroed on to a biomethanation plant. But we could not set up the plant in our estate because of heavy rains and low temperature, but we went ahead and set it up here in our house here in Bangalore. I can proudly say today that when the government decided to cut the number of subsidized cylinders, we were not unduly worried. Biomethanation is a very simple process of converting organic waste into biogas and slurry in an oxygen-free environment. Some examples of organic waste can be your leftover food from the kitchen, fruits and vegetable peels, some garden waste, green waste from the garden, the wastewater from your toilets, or any animal dung. The biogas can be directly used as a cooking fuel, or it can be converted into electricity, or it can be bottled and used in automobiles. The slurry can be used as organic manure. Before starting the business, we went and met a number of waste generators and found out two things. One, they want to get rid of the waste with the least effort and least expenses. Taking these two inputs, we decided on three things which became our value proposition or key differentiators, if you can call that. One, we decided that we will set up the plant at our own cost. We will build, we will own, and we will operate the plant. And all the waste generator has to do is give us the waste and in turn buy the electricity or the gas that we generate. Second, we decided that instead of bringing the waste to us, we will go and set up the plant as close to the point of waste generation as possible. This became our second differentiator, and we called it as at-source model. Third, we use effective microbes to increase the yield of our plant by 15 to 20%, which makes our business a lot more lucrative. Acute shortage of power and shortage of land for landfills make not only India, but the whole world an interesting market for us. We are already getting inquiries from many countries today. Currently, we are operating 3 plants in Bangalore, 2 in Tamil Nadu, and 1 in Maharashtra. Our plant in Andhra Pradesh will be coming up anytime soon. When we looked at the competition, we found that on one hand, there are people who set up really large plants. And on the other side, there are people who set up really small plants. So we decided to set up plants ranging from 250 kilowatts to 1 megawatt only. But a few weeks back, my son came and said he wanted to talk to his classmates and explain to them what a biomethanation plant is all about. So we designed a small 2 feet by 2 feet plant, which is flexible, collapsible, and you can actually carry it into a suitcase. You can see the picture there. Then we realized that we have an interesting product that can fit into any balcony. We are currently doing a field testing for that product. As of now, all our plants together are processing 2 tons of waste per day and generating gas which is equivalent to 15 or 20 LPGs. Our plant in Andhra Pradesh will be processing 300 tons of waste every day and will be providing 2 megawatts of power. Moving forward, what we call our 505 plan, we want to set up 50 megawatts of power in 5 years. As of now, all our plants are cash positive, and we hope to recover our investment in next 10 months. This is my team. I'm the managing director. I take care of R&D, strategic planning, and customer relations. My co-founder, Mr. Madhukar, takes care of engineering and operations. We are supported by a team of advisors who are experts in their own field. With this, I'll bring my presentation to a closure. Before that, I'd like to share an interesting information with you that Sweden today sends only 4% of its waste to the landfills. Rest is converted into energy. Can you believe it that that Sweden's neighboring countries today are paying Sweden to send their waste there. How we wish we could be that efficient. But in our own small way, we would like to make this planet a little bit more cleaner, a little bit more greener, and a little less dependent on petroleum products. Thank you.
Thank you. Chitra, please continue. We invite questions from the judges for Chitra.
Can you help us with the economics? How does it, first the process, how does it work, and then what are the economics? How is LPG stored and used and stuff like that?
See, we just put the wet waste into a digester, and initially it takes 21 days for the gas to start generating. Normally it takes around 45 to 50 days, but when we use stimulants and enzymes in that, it comes in 21 days, the gas starts forming. And you can start using it immediately. Once the gas starts forming, every day you just have to keep feeding the waste, and you can start using the gas. So if it is going to be used as a cooking gas, you can directly plug it in and start using. It can be stored for 4 or 5 days in a separate chamber if you want to. If it's going to be converted into electricity, then you can convert it put it into a generator, and it can start generating electricity. And it costs around 6.5 to 7 crores per megawatt. To 7 crores per megawatt.
Hi Chitra, my name is Deepa. Congratulations on your wonderful project.
Thank you.
I have a quick question for you on your go-to-market strategy. How are you reaching out to potential customers?
This is interesting because when I started, I never had the idea of actually going to the market. It's just I demonstrated to a couple of people in my building. I stay in an apartment and I have this plant on the 8th floor. And I showed it to some people, and they said, look, why don't you come and set it up in our place? I set it up in an educational institution in Tamil Nadu. And within 15 days of its operation, I got another order. And wherever we go and just talk, I get flooded with orders. I actually don't have a marketing team as of now. I don't have a website, but I'm just flooded with orders. I have like 200 orders with me. I just need the money to now start it. So I do have a plan to take it to the market in a more formal way, but as of now, the word of mouth is just doing wonders for us.
Chitra, congratulations. This is a great concept. Just had a question around the technicality of it. Like there are now a lot of your consumers who are directly handling biogas and in combustible form. One of the things about LPGs is there are containers that have been tested for security and sort of like handling. How do you guarantee against, any liability issues there?
See, there's actually, it's just kind of a misconception to say that a biogas plant will burst. It usually doesn't happen that way. And the model which we use is what we call it as floating top. So there's no closed container here. So there's a container down and then a container which fits into that, and it's sealed with water. So if there is excess gas in that, or there's no pressure buildup at all. If the excess gas is there, it gets dissolved in the water which is there in that. So there's at any point of time, there's no fear of it getting bursting or any problems like that. And if you are going to bottle it, we'll be using the CNG cylinders which are like already there in the market. So they are tested. In that, we'll be using the gas.
So, great, Chitra. You have 200 orders. That's a good position to be in. Biomass, it's not a new, right? It's been there for a while.
Oh, so this is a 100-year-old technology.
What you have something unique that you have 200 orders?
See, what we did was I didn't do anything new on this. This is a 100-plus-year-old technology. What we did was tweaked it to make it commercially viable. So instead of making the gas getting formed in 45 to 60 days, it gets formed in 21 days. So that way your processing becomes much faster, so I'm generating more gas at a faster rate. And what is more lucrative from the consumer's point of view is my build, own, and operate model. See, even though this has been there for a long time, people have been using it to get the subsidy which the government has been paying. So it has never worked really. But now when I say that, and every time when I go to a customer, they are very skeptical and say, we don't know how it will work. We have heard about biogas before, but I have never seen anybody using it. So to quell all those problems, what we are saying is, look, I'm going to put my money. Whether it's like 5 lakhs or 5 crores, I'm going to put my money. And I'm going to run it, operate it on a day-to-day basis. You don't have to do anything, just all you have to do is give me the waste. And since I'll be setting up the plant very close to where they are generating it, they don't have any problems about it.
Thank you, Chitra.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your presentation.